Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like your hair no longer reflects the woman you are inside? Maybe it used to be full of life, soft to the touch, easy to style. But now, no matter what you do, it just feels off. The volume is gone, the shine is missing, and styling takes longer than it used to, only to end up with results that leave you frustrated. If that sounds familiar, I want you to know, truly know, you are not alone. After the age of 60, our hair goes through major changes. It becomes finer, drier, and sometimes noticeably thinner. But the problem is, most women keep treating their hair the same way they did when they were 40 or even 30. And that disconnect? That's what creates the daily struggle. But here is the good news. You can still have hair that makes you feel beautiful, confident, and vibrant. You just need the right guidance. Solutions that are designed for the woman you are now, not the girl you once were. In this video, we are going to talk through 10 common mistakes women over 60 often make with their hair and how to fix each one with grace and ease. These changes are not about looking younger. They are about looking your best right now. So before we begin, I want to ask you something. When was the last time someone complimented your hair? Not out of politeness, but because it genuinely looked beautiful. If it has been a while, stay with me. That is going to change. Let us begin. 1. Holding on to hairstyles from the past. Are you still wearing the same hairstyle you had 20 or 30 years ago? If so, you're not alone. Many women hold on to a familiar style because it reminds them of who they once were, when they felt beautiful, confident, or deeply loved. But as we age, our face shape changes, and so does the texture of our hair. That once flattering cut might now be doing the opposite, adding years, flattening your features, or just feeling harder to manage. Barbara, age 68, came to me with the same tight perm she had worn since the 1980s. "My husband always liked it," she said quietly. But deep down, she wasn't happy with it anymore. We softened her curls, added light layers, and kept the length she felt comfortable with. The result was still her, just updated. Her husband later called to say, "She looks 15 years younger, but more importantly, she's smiling at herself again." Holding on to the past is natural. But sometimes, letting go of an old style is the first step toward rediscovering yourself today. Modern cuts for mature women focus on movement, softness, and ease, bringing out your features, not hiding them. A gentle update might be all it takes to feel refreshed, seen, and beautifully you. 2. Ignoring hair thinning. Have you noticed your ponytail feeling thinner or your scalp showing more than before? If so, you are not imagining it. After age 60, nearly 55% of women experience noticeable hair thinning, but no one seems to talk about it. It can feel isolating, even shameful, but really, it is a completely natural part of aging, driven by hormonal changes. Estrogen drops after menopause, shrinking hair follicles and shortening the growth cycle. That means fewer hairs grow, and each one is finer. Margaret, a 70-year-old retired principal, came to me close to tears. "My hair used to be my crown," she said, "and now it just makes me feel invisible." We changed that, gently. A chin-length layered cut gave her shape and fullness. We added a lightweight volumizing foam and a doctor-approved biotin supplement. 6 weeks later, she hosted a dinner party for the first time in over a year, beaming with confidence. Thinning hair is not something to be ashamed of. It just means your hair needs a new kind of care. With the right cut, gentle products, and a little patience, you can bring back not just volume, but the vibrant woman looking back at you in the mirror. 3. Using the wrong hair products. Have you been using the same shampoo or conditioner for the past 20 years? If so, it might be doing more harm than good. As we age, our hair becomes finer, drier, and more porous. That thick, rich conditioner that worked in your 40s can now weigh your hair down, making it limp, greasy, or flat within hours. The truth is, your hair has changed, and your products need to change with it. Susan, 67, came to me frustrated. "My hair used to have bounce," she said. "Now it just sticks to my head." She had been using a heavy cream and a deep moisture conditioner meant for younger, coarser hair. We switched her to a sulfate-free shampoo, a lightweight volumizing conditioner, and an alcohol-free mousse. 2 weeks later, she told me, "My daughter thought I got a perm. I didn't. I just got my hair back." You don't need expensive products, just the right ones. Look for sulfate-free shampoos, light conditioners for fine hair, and styling products that say volumizing or for mature hair. Avoid heavy oils and silicones. Your hair is not stubborn. It's just asking for support. The right products won't just make your hair look better. They'll make it feel alive again. 4. Choosing the wrong hair color. Are you still coloring your hair the same shade you did 20 years ago? If so, that familiar dark brown or black might be doing more harm than good. As we age, our skin tone softens. Deep, solid colors that once looked striking can now make fine lines stand out and create a harsh contrast. Instead of brightening your face, they may be draining it. Janet, 71, had been box dyeing her hair the same color for decades. "It's what my husband loved," she said. He had passed 3 years earlier, but she hadn't changed a thing. I suggested honoring her natural gray with soft highlights around her face. The change was gentle, but powerful. "I feel like myself again," she whispered. "Not younger, just me." When choosing color now, think dimension, not darkness. For warm skin tones, try honey blondes or rich caramels. For cool skin tones, ash blondes or soft silver tones can be beautiful. And if you're embracing your natural gray, silver-enhancing treatments can make it shine. Your hair color should reflect who you are today, not who you were. The goal is not to hide age, but to light it beautifully. 5. Skipping regular trims. "I'm growing it out." That's something I hear often. And it makes sense. If you want longer hair, why cut it? But here's what many women don't realize. Skipping trims can actually make your hair look thinner, weaker, and older over time. After 60, hair grows more slowly and becomes more fragile. The ends split faster, and when they do, the damage creeps upward. So while you're avoiding trims to gain length, you may actually be losing volume and health. Patricia, 73, hadn't cut her hair in over a year. It looked long, but also uneven, frizzy, and tired. We started trimming just half an inch every 10 weeks. No drastic changes. Within months, her hair looked fuller, healthier, and her daughter even noticed. "Mom's confidence is growing along with her hair," she said. Here's a simple guide. Trim every 4 to 6 weeks for short cuts, 8 weeks for shoulder length, and every 10 to 12 weeks for longer styles. Even small trims help prevent breakage and keep your shape fresh. Your hair doesn't need to be short. It just needs to be cared for regularly. And sometimes, the smallest cuts make the biggest difference in how you look and feel. 6. Overusing heat styling tools. Let me ask, how often do you reach for a flat iron or curling iron without even thinking about it? For many women, heat styling has been part of the routine for decades. It feels quick, familiar, and necessary. But after 60, the same tools that once helped us look polished can quietly become our hair's worst enemy. Here's why. Mature hair is naturally drier and more fragile. When you apply high heat, especially above 300 degrees Fahrenheit, you're removing the little moisture your hair still holds. Over time, this leads to brittleness, breakage, and dullness that no product can fully fix. Ellen, 66, told me she had used a flat iron every single day for over 20 years. Her hair looked dry, thin, and flat, no matter how much she conditioned. I suggested a simple heat detox. We reduced her heat styling to just once per week and used soft, heat-free methods on the other days. We added a protectant spray, dropped the temperature on her tools, and gave her hair time to recover. Within 2 months, she noticed something incredible: more volume, less breakage, and a natural wave she hadn't seen in years. "I didn't know my hair could do this," she smiled, "and I'm saving 20 minutes every morning." You don't have to give up your tools, but you do have to use them differently. Air drying with mousse, using self-grip rollers, or braiding damp hair overnight can create beautiful styles without heat. And when you do use hot tools, always use a heat protectant and keep the temperature below 300. Your hair deserves a gentler approach now, one that helps it thrive, not just survive. 7. Fighting natural growth patterns. Have you ever spent time styling your hair in the morning, only to watch it fall flat or shift direction by lunchtime? You try to fix it, spray it, or repart it, but it just won't stay the way you want. Sound familiar? That's not bad styling. That's your natural hair growth pattern trying to do its job. As we age, our hair gets lighter, finer, and less able to resist its natural tendencies. Cowlicks become more noticeable. Parts shift. The hair at the crown may stand up more, or sides may fall differently than they used to. And here's the truth: the more we fight it, the more frustrated we feel. Dorothy, 78, had been forcing a center part for over 50 years. "It looks more symmetrical," she told me, but her hair always resisted it, falling back into a side part by midday. When we finally let her hair air dry naturally, it revealed a soft side part that framed her face beautifully. We created a cut that followed her growth pattern, and suddenly her hair stayed put. No more battle, just flow. To discover your natural pattern, wash your hair and let it air dry without brushing or styling. Notice where it separates, how it lays, and where it lifts. These are clues. Instead of fighting them, bring this insight to your stylist and ask for a cut that works with your hair, not against it. Little things like longer layers around a cowlick or a soft bang following a widow's peak can completely change how manageable your hair feels. Your hair knows what it wants. Maybe it's time to listen. 8. Ignoring face. Shape when choosing a style. Have you ever looked in the mirror and felt like your haircut just isn't doing you any favors, without quite knowing why? Maybe the style isn't wrong, but something feels off. That something might be your face shape, not matching your haircut structure. As we age, our facial contours change. Cheeks lose volume, jawlines soften. What once worked beautifully in our 40s may no longer bring balance to our features. And yet many women continue wearing the same style for decades, simply out of habit. Catherine, 69, had a straight, shoulder-length cut with no layers. She had worn it for over 20 years. When I asked her how she felt about it, she shrugged. "It's simple." But she had a heart-shaped face, wide at the forehead, narrow at the chin. That flat cut emphasized the imbalance. So we added side-swept bangs and layered volume near the jawline. The difference was instant. "My daughter asked if I'd had work done," she laughed. "I told her, just a smarter haircut." Not sure of your face shape? Stand in front of a mirror and trace the outline of your face with a washable marker or lipstick. Is it round, oval, heart-shaped, or square? Each shape has styles that enhance its natural beauty. Round faces benefit from volume at the crown and length below the chin to create a longer silhouette. Heart-shaped faces look best with side bangs and weight at the jawline. Square faces are softened by layers starting at the cheekbones. Long faces shine with soft bangs or volume on the sides to reduce vertical length. The most flattering cut isn't the one in style. It's the one that brings harmony to your unique beauty. Let your hair work for your face, not hide it. 9. Wearing hair too tight. Pulling your hair back tightly may feel neat and easy, but over time it can lead to a problem many women don't notice until it's too late: traction alopecia. This type of hair loss is caused by repeated tension on the scalp, especially around the hairline and temples. For women over 60, whose hair is already more fragile, the damage can become permanent if left unchecked. Jennifer, 74, wore a tight bun every day for years. She started noticing thinning at her temples and assumed it was just aging. But the true cause was tension. We changed her routine to soft, low styles using silk scrunchies and open pins. 4 months later, baby hairs started returning, and the tightness and scalp soreness were gone. To protect your hair, avoid harsh elastics. Choose fabric-covered bands, loose buns, or gentle side braids. At night, sleep on a silk pillowcase and avoid tight styles. Your hair needs comfort, just like the rest of you. Let go of the pressure, literally, and give your scalp the space it needs to grow. 10. The power of accessories. When it comes to hair, we often focus on cuts, colors, or products, but sometimes it's the smallest detail, a simple clip, a silk scarf, a touch of sparkle, that makes the biggest difference. Hair accessories aren't just decorative. They're powerful emotional tools, especially for women over 60. As we get older, many of us stop wearing accessories. Maybe we feel they're too youthful, or maybe thinning hair makes us feel like there's nothing worth decorating. But that's exactly when they matter most. The right accessory can shift how we see ourselves, not by hiding flaws, but by reminding us of who we still are. Diane, a 76-year-old former art professor, began wearing scarves during chemotherapy. She chose bright colors and soft textures that made her feel alive. When her silver hair grew back, the scarves stayed. They weren't just practical, they became part of her identity. "They made people notice me again," she told me, "not what I'd lost." Accessories can be elegant or playful, practical or personal. A silk scarf tied as a headband can cover roots or frame the face. A tortoise clip adds polish without trying too hard. Soft scrunchies protect fragile strands while adding color and charm. Decorative pins placed near the temples can cleverly disguise thinning spots. They don't have to be flashy, they just have to feel like you. Even something as simple as switching to a satin pillowcase can make your hair look better in the morning and make you feel more cared for at night. Style doesn't have an age limit. And confidence doesn't come from perfection, it comes from intention. The right accessory doesn't make you look younger. It makes you look present, expressive, and proud of who you are today. You've just walked through 5 of the most common hair mistakes women over 60 often make, sometimes without even realizing it. But now, you also know the gentle shifts that can make a world of difference. These changes aren't about chasing youth. They're about reconnecting with the version of you that still deserves to feel beautiful right now. Maybe it's letting go of a style from decades ago. Maybe it's choosing products that finally work with your hair, not against it. Or maybe it's simply trimming your ends and saying, "I'm ready to care for myself again." Remember, beauty doesn't fade with age, it changes form. And when you care for your hair in a way that honors where you are now, that care reflects back in your posture, your smile, and how you carry yourself through the world. So here's my invitation to you. Start small. Try one change, one product, one gentle update, and see how it makes you feel, not just on the outside, but deep within. If this video spoke to you, I hope you'll share it with a friend who deserves to feel radiant too. And if you haven't already, subscribe for more wisdom designed just for you, because you're not done shining. Not even close. Until next time, take care of your hair, your heart, and your story. You've earned every strand of it.